catch a break, man. I can't catch a break. My charge gone on that. Whew. And it's still a beautiful day, right? Happy Monday. Wow, I can't believe I had to think about that. Like, whoa, is it Monday? Okay. It's something. Whatever it is, we gonna get to it. Look, I got the ladies jumping in here tonight because, yeah, I don't want to drag nobody extra, without the bat team. How about that? And we gonna pull on these narcs tonight. Something terrible, as usual, per the usual.
Right.
What's up, China?
What's going on?
Alicia says she's gonna join us if she can.
Okay.
If she busy.
Right.
All right. We gonna handle this business though. We got a lot to talk about tonight, y'all. Whole lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Woo! So let's get to it. What's up, Marilyn? Lot 2. What up, yo, queen? Breaking free from narcissism. I see you out there. What's up, Jennifer? Jane Carter. How you doing? Woo, boy. It's going to be a good night tonight. I feel it. Oh, boy. I feel it, man. I feel it. Val up in the house. There is Connie Bombs. Woo! Y'all like how I dropped that bomb on y'all? Yes, indeed. I put your hands up. Hey, y'all, I don't own the rights to this music, but I love this song, and don't nobody got the rights to the song. Bing. I said that for the haters that I know watch all the time, so they can try to get it. Oh, boy, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world we're in. Yes, indeed, y'all. What's up, Jennifer? I see you in there, China. MJ in the house. Brown Eyes, I see you, Brown Eyes. What's up, Paul? Maricia. Country Girl with Grit. JBE 162. Facts 100% in here with us tonight. What's up, Darlene Brown? Came to get down. I got to figure something else to rhyme with Brown. Because came to get down just... I'm showing my age on that one.
Yeah.
What's up, William Roy? That's my boy, William Roy. Aqua Aura. What's up, Vio Soul? David Alexander. Yowie, First Nation, Australia in the house. How y'all feeling, everybody in Australia? Elaine Cook, how you feeling? Keisha Spady, I see you.
Darlene said don't change it.
Great.
She said she love it. Don't change it. Darlene said it.
She said she love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What's up, yo, queen? What's up, Livy? Keisha Spady. Hey, Darlene. That go to Queen. Hail to the Queen, Leandra. There she go. Doing her thing in the paint. Figures up in here. What's up, Sharon Fleming? Elizabeth G. What's up, Elizabeth?
Thank you.
What? I didn't finish my roll call and my music over already? Am I speeding tonight? Or am I going just that slow? It's something. What's up, Linda Rose? Raylene in the house. Liza. There go Nikki Woo. Nikki Woo. I'm putting it in the chat for you tonight. Putting it in the chat. We're going to jump Nikki Woo tonight, y'all. Delicate Reese. What's up, Linda Rose? Yo, Queen. So she leaving for the military, and I don't get to see her off. He's allowed 2 people. Oh, so it's him and her grandfather. Oh. What's up, Janet Winans? Beautiful and blessed up in here. Woo, so hey now, divorce from the narc, October 24th. I'm so counting it down.
Man.
Josie Furry, what's going on, Josie? Liza from the OZ. I see you. We got a crew up in here. Tell them. What's up, Janet? What's up, Lizzie? David Alexander. What's up, Theron? Value Val. Felicia. Dorothea. In the Michigan. Mitch, I know you can. That was corny. I ain't even gonna, I'm gonna pull that one back. I'm gonna pull that back. I'm gonna pull that one back. Let that one slide. Let that one slide, China.
Okay.
Honeybee Lee up in here. What's up, Divine Gemini? You know, how you doing? Y'all remember how Respucia used to say that? How you doing? Come on, man. Y'all ain't watch Respucia neither?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, man. What fun are you? Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Get yourself some history in you.
Oh,
Patrice
Lord.
Bean, I see you. Yo, Queen, I see you. L. Boogie.
Oh my God.
That was a good one, too. What's up, L Boogie? That was a good one right there. Yeah, what's up, Marva? Kara Stone. Patrice Bean. Yeah, what's up, Aquarian? Unknown in the house. I know we got Connie. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Elizabeth G? Uh-huh. So, what's up, China Doll? How you feeling tonight?
Better.
You feel better?
Yeah.
You look better?
Thank you.
Know, you ain't got your usual glow on yet, but you
Yeah.
got to work towards that. That ain't just automatic. You
Yeah,
don't
for
just get
sure.
the glow because you feel like,
I do. I'm Bruce Leroy. I thought you knew.
oh, Bruce Leroy. Okay. Everybody checking in, check on in. Hit that like button. Yeah. Tonight, y'all, we got a special edition tonight. We got a special edition in here tonight. Because, this thing, it's either something in the water, something in the sky, something in the food, something is going around. And whatever it is, it ain't letting nobody stay together.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
JBE said, just let your soul blow. There you go. I knew it was somebody here that was an Eddie Murphy fan, not just me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all. I was listening to the radio today and they dropped this one on me. I was like, what? Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert, Jeezy, and Jenny May. We already know, Steve and them.
Yeah.
Good gracious. And I'm saying this, y'all. We ain't even finished. let's even go into the ones who claiming to be making it.
Yeah.
Will and Jada. Good gracious, man.
Yeah.
Whoo, man. Oh my goodness. It was another one. Who was that? It just made Jada look like some good people. No, that was Marjorie. My bad.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all. That's Hollywood is jumping out here right now, right? Hollywood is jumping.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about this tonight because everybody's saying the same thing. The real reason that I really wanted to talk about this topic tonight, guys, was Tiana Taylor. She out here before y'all get started on us doing damage control. Before y'all get started on us, okay? Wasn't nobody cheating. We not breaking up because of cheating. It wasn't nothing like that. We still friends. We best friends, right? We best friends. Best friends, not just friends, best friends. We still business partners. Still getting our coins together, right? We happier than we was when we was married.
Mm.
Yeah, it is. And somehow y'all still going to get lawyers
Right.
and making this relationship end. And it's been that way for a while, right? Okay. Jeezy and Jenny May. Jenny Mai.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can almost see. You can see the creep marks on the floor coming out the house in that situation. Yeah. It ain't no way. Just out of nowhere like that, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That got, she dogged me all over it. I mean, they was happy. But you know what? That's what that TV would tell us. That's what that lights and camera. A lot of us, was it all of us? What maybe it wasn't. Here she go. Uh-oh. Boy, we got our 3-way tonight, y'all.
Three the hard way.
It is going down to
What's up?
Hey.
she relaxed and got her pink pillow.
Yeah, man. I was like, listen, I'm coming on, but I'm coming on raw. I'm tired. I'm in my bed, but I was like, let's have some pillow talk about divorce and narcissism. I'm all about it.
Woo, man, there you go. We got experience. We got 3 different eyes on this thing right here.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. So what we gonna start doing? Y'all gonna see a lot more of this. Y'all gonna see me and the ladies. We're gonna start jumping people, okay? We're gonna start jumping people. We're gonna start jumping y'all when y'all come in here. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by jumping you is you're gonna get 3 different perspectives on every situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all ready to jump them, ladies?
Yeah.
China, you ready, girl? I love
I'm ready.
Where is the enthusiasm, China? You hear that? China said, yeah. Yeah.
I'm still a little sick, but hey, I'm here.
I
Say it with your chest.
You got your healing, girl. You got your healing Friday night.
There you go. Hey, Leisha, so we were just getting into it. Today, I just got the news today, and I'm not going to say it's new, but it's new as far as being an admission. Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. He's a basketball player,
Yeah.
And they called it quits. Obviously, they've been separated for a while. They said, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 years? We did 2 years? Oh man, it's too long. It's over.
How long were they dating? Does anyone know?
Dating, come on.
I have no idea.
Well, let's look it up. We'll look it up. China, I thought you had all the books and all the history.
All the deeds. No, you know why I say that? Because it seems like these days people date longer than they're married.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And they have 2 beautiful children. He was right there with her to deliver one of them kids. So I'm saying right there, see, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about everybody now. But I am going to jump out there and say that that's not an easy thing to do. That's not an easy thing to do. To get married to somebody, and then when y'all having a child, you in the room when the child come. When my daughter was born, y'all know I got a story, right? Y'all know that. When my daughter was born, I remember the doctor saying, okay, he's like, Harry, would you like to cut the cord? And the nurse said, but don't look down. Just don't look down. What's the first thing I did?
Look down.
Looked down and fell right into the doctor's arms. Look, the next thing I remembered was they was wheelchairing me down the hall right next to the baby and the baby mom.
Wow, Hario.
She said, I told you, don't look down. Don't do it. You're not gonna be able to handle that.
Jeez.
Whew, first thing I did, boy, oh boy. But guys, I say that to say that when you experience that kind of relationship, when you experience, that's an experience that you're not going to have with a lot of people in your lifetime.
Yeah.
You're not. You're probably going to do it one time. And that's all I did it. One time. Twice. I did it twice. I made it through the second time because I didn't look. I knew, but I didn't look. That's what it was. I was like, okay, Doc, here. There you go. So
Wow.
I'm saying that to say that when you experience that, you are very, very likely to stay with that person. You are very likely to stay with that person. At least an empath is. At least an empath is. Okay. Yeah. He's staying. He's experienced that with you. He pretty much staying. And a narc, if the narc even had a baby, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Okay. But we got, the Tiana Taylor. We got Jeezy and Jenny Mai.
Somebody said Cheryl Strawberry and her husband too. I saw it in the chat.
Yeah. They, but I think that was obvious. I think he had it out for a while, and usually those relationships don't last that long,
Yeah.
But I think that whole situation with them, they was trying to cover up for Steve and them. She trying to help him out the hole, But I'm saying, like, the people that we look at in Hollywood, and as far as marriage, man, is there a good example in Hollywood? I think Samuel Jackson, right?
Denzel.
He ain't been caught with no outside children.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut. That's right. He ain't got no outside kids. No stragglers nowhere. Nobody talking about. Who?
Boris Kojo is another one.
Grant Hill and his wife.
But what about his wife? Talking about she missed those single days.
Who said that?
His wife.
The Nicole?
Yes, her.
Really?
That wife. Yes, that one.
Don't forget Grant Hill and his wife.
Yeah.
I love them.
That's a good one.
What about LeBron
Lizzie
James?
said the Obamas. I don't know, Lizzie. There's a lot of dirt out there on them Obamas. I'm saying.
Really?
It's a lot of dirt out there.
What about LeBron
RC
James?
said Lorenz Tate. He ain't got no outside kids. What's up, Lando? Yeah, he ain't got no outside kids. No extra craziness going on in that situation that we've heard about. So you gotta show them some respect. You know what I'm saying? Because it's clear that everybody not making it through Hollywood when it comes through this divorce thing. And guys, again, the main reason I wanted to talk about this tonight is I was in myself an absolute nightmare. That's right, LeBron James and his wife. There you go. Russell Wilson.
Steph Curry.
Come on. Name them off.
Yeah.
Woo, Shannon 28 said the Obamas are not relationship goals, y'all. But as I was saying, guys, is ratchet, is broken, as terrible as my legal contract was. Because I can't justify calling that a marriage. I just can't. At the end of the day, it's still, guys, it still is a process to get out of it. It wasn't just walking out of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh my God, I'm free. Thank God. That wasn't how I felt.
Yeah.
So when I hear people like Tiana Taylor say stuff like, no, y'all don't even get started on us because ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong over here. Okay. We was happy. You hear me? We was happy. You know, the sex was incredible. We loved each other. We got children. You know, we attracted to each other. We getting money together, business. We're happier than we ever been, but we getting divorced.
Right.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. They're
Come on.
making it seem like marriage is disposable. And it's like, we're good. Everything's amazing. We love
There
each
you
other
go.
still. We're best friends. Then why are you getting the divorce?
There you go. There you go.
And you know what I believe it is? I
Say it.
believe there's a narrative that has made people feel like marriage is just a piece of paper. It's just a contract that can be broken. A lot of people have that mindset. And what happens is when you don't see the value of something, what do? You don't really like
Hey,
when
they
you're
treating it like
feeling
it's used toilet paper. There you go.
exactly like we don't live in a society where people understand what a vow is, what a covenant is, right?
At
But
all.
they'll make blood covenants all the time with like witches and voodoo doctors and like all these types of things. But they
Mm,
don't want to
mm.
make a blood covenant between God and the person that they decided to spend the rest of their life with and become one flesh. See, the problem is people don't believe that when you get into covenant in the realm of marriage that you become one flesh like the Bible says.
Yeah.
This is why it's so hard for us to divorce the narcissist even when you know intellectually everything that they've done to you, because there was a tie, there was a soul tie established. Now the soul tie, when done with the right person, is what pleases God, to be
Yeah.
honest. Not every soul tie is demonic, right? Soul ties can happen between friends, family members, a spouse, a best friend, and it's a God ordained relationship where two souls are knit together in agreement with God,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so what upsets me is that we like do not exercise choice well, meaning like I chose to accept my ex's proposal. I didn't have to,
That's right.
right? And so therefore some of us willingly step into these types of things because we lack discernment. We're not
Or
looking
we
at it
went
as,
against discernment.
yes, go against discernment. We don't
Mm-hmm.
trust ourselves going in, right?
Come on.
And what happens is, like in this situation, I just feel like we live in a narcissistic society that doesn't know anything about sacrifice and long suffering.
You know, Delicate Reese put something in the chat and it says the word devotion means to be steadfast, committed, and
Exactly.
faithful to someone or something. Come hell or high water, there is no devotion in marriages anymore.
Thank you.
None. And I'm saying before we let them try to treat us like we're their children and we're only 4 years old and well, mommy and daddy are very happy. Okay. But in the future, you're going to see mommy with someone else. You're going to see
Mhm.
daddy with someone else. Okay. But we're very happy. The family's still happy. And that's how you do.
Yeah.
So the children are learning that, wow, the relationships don't work. And they're confused about it because the children especially at a young age, they have an attachment to both parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter that one of the parents is bad. It doesn't even matter. The children love both parents just the same.
Absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
What you was going to say, China?
I was going to say, and that's why it's a lot of fornication out there, because people don't value relationships and marriages like they used to. So now people just want to go out there and just have promiscuous sex with random people. I mean, I run into that all the time, and it's like it's just out of control because people looking at marriage, the marriage is not going to last. And I see why, because of what's going on. So nobody wants to take that step and then years down the line end up divorced, because it's not going to last when one person is taking it serious and it's a transaction for the other person. And that person is just in it for that transaction. And once they get what they want, then it's like they leave. And they don't care about marrying you to get to where they need to be, because they have, a goal in mind. And you are taking it serious, and you're going to fight for it while they're sucking you dry. And then when they get what they want, they're gone, and they don't give a damn what you felt about that marriage, because that's not what they came into it for.
Exactly. They are there for the front of marriage, and hey, now I'm going to do me now. I'm going to get it twisted. I'm going to do me. And all this other stuff we said in front of that pastor. Whatever.
Well, and this is why nothing is sustainable, because people don't even understand what marriage is, why they're married, the purpose and the vision behind marriage, other than maybe a financial, aspect of it, or my biological clock is ticking, and I'm at this particular age, and I think I should be having kids now, a status thing. Because what happens when you take God out of everything, you have an entire generation that's being driven to marry because they saw cool pictures on Instagram.
Woo! Come on.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have people treating gender reveal parties like weddings.
There you go.
And then baby showers are before for the most part, are before the wedding. It's like people are testing their relationships with having children before they make a commitment to that person for life. So you have people with and I'm not throwing shade. If this burns somebody, then you got to check yourself, okay? Because the fact of the matter is, the amount of women that I know, I'm not even talking about the men. Hario, you can mess with the men, but for the women, okay, there are like mad women I know with like multiple baby fathers, okay? That's a problem. For every reason that Hario said, your children, there's a generation that doesn't see it significant to commit to one person. Like, even if you look at biblically, how do people trace your bloodline, your family tree? There was a time where you could trace your family tree. Now, like, you think anybody's going to know that I existed unless I do something to demark a legacy, right? Because we live in a society right now where you got side chicks over here, side babies coming out the woodwork. People don't look at Kirk Franklin's video that just came out, right? He released a documentary before for any of you guys that don't know, before the release of his album and whatever. And he talks about not knowing his father his whole life.
Okay.
The mother lying and like telling it was somebody else, then discovering that like who his father really was. I'll leave it at that because I would love you guys to watch it. But my point with that is like that mother's hasty, selfish decision, very narcissistic, right? Because even when they had DNA proof, his own mother denied that the person was the father with 2 DNA tests. Okay. What? 2 DNA tests. And I sat there and I said, thanks be to God that God intervened into this man's life.
Yeah.
And took his pain and was able to, you can criticize him all you want. People have opinions about him. But in this documentary, you see how God restored him to his real father.
Mm-hmm.
and also restored his relationship with his son, which, remember, his son went on social media and
Yeah.
talked crazy about him. And then,
Right.
and I'm watching this and I'm like, we don't understand the magnitude of our decisions when it comes to coming together to create life or marriage.
Come on.
And it disgusts me, and I'm very passionate about it. I'll probably be talking a lot more about relationships on my channel, for the simple fact that I'm disgusted with the morale of women right now.
Mm.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
big problem with it. I want women to be wives, and I want men to be able to discern who's a wife and who's not.
I'm so glad you're speaking from that angle, because not only are we looking at the downfall, the destruction of the family, but then when you throw in, not only are these people not trustable in marriages,
Yeah.
good God, let's just let's just sit on that for a moment. Marriage, that is as far as you can go to prove to somebody that I love you and you are it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That is as far as you can go.
Yeah.
And it means nothing. You
Nothing.
still, it's married people out here that still need blood tests on their children.
Yeah.
Married people that still need to have blood tests on their children and don't even know that 1 out of every 3 is not yours. This
Unreal.
devil been raising mega hell out here.
I want to add, we don't talk about how children are disposable as well. It's not just marriage, it's children too.
Ooh, good God.
And
One and the same. Go ahead.
people are out here having unprotected sex, doing what they do, and that person get pregnant. I don't want kids. Or if they decide to keep the kid, eventually leave the child. And then you have people, abandon their children when they leave the marriage, when the relationship is over. And then a lot of these people look at, my dad wasn't there, I'm not going to be a father to this child. Then you have the mothers who only have these children for financial gain, or to do things for them, like go steal, go get a job, take care of the house. Children are disposable to the mothers and the fathers. It's just not the fathers. Just because the mother has the child doesn't mean that the child is not disposable.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, y'all might get the fathers a pass, or I call him the sperm donor, because, if you don't take care of your seed on the male side, I'm not giving no pass to nobody. I don't care if it was a one night stand, whatever it was.
Yeah.
If you told her, I don't want no kids, why would you still have sex with her? Why would you still go forward with that situation? If you know, man, if this chick have a kid, I ain't never coming around it. I'm saying to me, the way I feel about it is, I just don't understand. I don't see how you could allow your seed to just be running around and not know you and not participate in your life, to not be a part of you, to not want to know. Like you running around, and there's a child or children out here that don't have a clue as to who you are on any level, and you know that you have these children out here.
Yeah.
And these children are not just disposable, just to add to that. They're just unprotected.
Yeah.
Okay? They're unprotected. They are not covered. The fathers, like you said, are just like, whatever, it happened. I have stuff to do. Keep it moving. How many boy children, girl children are being molested, being, targeted, being groomed
All of
because
them.
of the breakdown of the family? Straight up. When you're a
All of them.
child, these predators, these narcissistic predators out here, they are looking for the wounded little girl, the wounded little boy.
There you go.
Men are looking for those little boys too. So many in our community.
Yes,
And I'm
indeed.
praying for these young men out here who are secretly suffering and traumatized at the hands of, people that they knew, right? And
Hey,
women as well. And then we wonder why these behaviors are manifested later on, and the lack of intimacy, the lack of connection, the detachment, because this is what these type B personalities are, all detachment disorders. They're all coping mechanisms, power and control manipulation, because of a lot of these things that have happened. So the devil's busy, guys. And this is why God has to raise up a generation that will simply seek him. And I like, that's it. It's like, what is pleasing to God? God, like, and then there's this entitlement that we want all this stuff. We want loyalty. We want passion. We want someone to sacrifice for us. But everything about how we live is anti that.
exactly. Everything that we're doing out here, it's all about me. It's all about money. The love of money is
Yeah.
the root,
The
the
root.
root of all evil.
Yeah.
Not some
Wow.
evil. It didn't say some evil. All evil. The root of all evil. The love of having that, to be able to barter. And don't look at money as just being physical paper.
Mhm.
Sometimes you might be money.
Yep.
Somebody is able to use your influence to barter something else,
Yeah.
another relationship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got people out here now that, I mean, everybody has that same Hollywood face. We fine, everything happy over here. Like, really? And I'm saying this. They look at it as, well, it's our business. It's our business. Okay, if it's your business, that's cool. Because it is, right? To a degree. But why are you giving us advice when your advice not even working for you?
Yeah.
And that's why lots of people don't want their situation out there. Tyrese, he was just talking about that, how his wife had just divorced him out of nowhere. He was like, dude, I ain't got no baby mamas out nowhere, ain't got no outside kids, no rumors of me being with no other woman, nowhere. And he's like, man, I'm Tyrese. Okay. I come home and she done packed up and rolled out. She got a lawyer that got the stink face looking at him like what you want to do? These we suing you, bruh.
Mm.
And he's like, man, I wish I could talk to Tyrese. Tyrese is like, man, that ain't what she promised me, man. Like, man, hold it. The rest of y'all who think somebody's soft because I got married and I was serious about it, that's on y'all. If y'all not serious about y'all own thing, then that's everybody else. But he's looking at it like, look, man, I was serious. I took my vows seriously. I took my wife, my family. He took that role seriously. And he feels some type of way about how she's trying to walk out of it and just act like, like get over it. Just get over it. You're the problem. And he's like, okay, well, what did I do? Did I do something? And they walk away. And hey, and it's like, oh, wow. He's sitting back like, wow, are you about to tell me that this was for that money?
Yeah.
Are you about to tell me that this was for that check? Are you whew. So when you see stuff like that, and it's everywhere, that's telling us we are living in a world where this devil, these narcs, don't think it's just you.
Yeah.
If you were rich, everybody think that if I was rich, all my problems would be solved. You think that any of those people that are rich who fighting to protect their money now, do y'all think that they feel like, they all of their problems are solved? They're rich, they look good, they're in their best shape of their life. And your real life, not your life on paper, but your real life, your love life, your family, your marriage, is a total disaster. It's a total failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we sitting back
what
looking
the
at it
big
like
sorry.
hold on. We sitting here looking at it like, like, dang, I'm broke, man. If I wasn't broke, I'd at least feel a little better.
Yeah.
The rich people sitting back like, man, I got it all. I got it all, and I can't fix this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alicia.
No, I think that's what makes it that much more depressing. And that's why you see like a lot of these people, whether it's addictions, vices, suicide, like things like this, because there's this lie that if you have all this stuff or you feed that greediness that all of us at some point have had to battle with, right? That, you will reach some place where, your appetites will give you satisfaction. And now, like you just said, like when you get more money, the Bible says money answereth all things. So therefore you have, even though it's the root of the love of money, it's not money, it's the love of money
There you
is the
go.
root of all evil.
There you
So
go.
now that love now becomes your God. And
There
then
you
when
go.
you realize like, money can buy you women, money can buy you men, money can buy you all of these things. And like you said, now you've got to watch your pocket, you got to watch your back. You become so critical and untrusting of this world. You
Yeah.
realize
Mhm.
people are only around you. It's like, who can you trust? Jim Carrey talked about that, him having this God moment or whatever, because he was so depressed. I don't know if you remember about 10 years ago when he went through a major depression,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he realized he was at the top of his game and he was so depressed and so lonely and battled addiction. And then he became a believer, right? Because
Right.
God is the highest high out here.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like God can take you places that money could never. This is what the devil doesn't want you to know. God can take you places that the devil's bread could never take you, you know? And so
Mm-hmm.
this whole aspect right now, people are just battling with fame. Now everybody has an access to a platform. Everybody has access to or thinks they have access to certain opportunities by connecting with certain people. Everything is so superficial now. So there
Yeah.
has to be some sort of resurgence, some revival, as they would say in the church community, of people like us. And I believe that we are
Right.
here at the huddle, who are awakened and conscious and are deliberate when dating, deliberate when
Yeah.
making a vow with people. Like everything is deliberate. When somebody's interacting with you, say, these are my intentions. This is what I stand upon, and then teaching that to our children, whether you're divorced, single or not. We have somebody wrote in the chat, and I did a video on this. We are generational curse breakers. We are
Yeah.
cycle breakers. So we have to like really step into this thing and not just talk about it, really be deliberate with our children to talk about these demonic things, the breakdown of the family, what their responsibilities are and what our responsibilities are to them, right? Because there's a whole revolution that almost has to take place, because this narcissism real, everybody knows it now. Everybody knows what it
There you
is.
go. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
right.
what's
And
the next
then
step?
You have self-aware out there trying to reverse everything that we're putting out there. And they're trying to say that we're on here saying that they are demonic. Then what else are you? I mean, because not every person is different, but you're doing the same thing. You can't even explain that. And so now they're trying to reverse, and they're saying there's no victims. Victims are narcissists. And that's exactly what this person is saying. He called all victims narcissists. And I did a video on that, and he reported my video and had it removed. And so I blocked him and did another video.
Yeah.
And so I know it was him. And he said, don't listen to us because we are narcissists. And he said, yes.
Well, I told y'all, ladies, I told y'all. You know, this devil is in a lot of pain. What you got to understand is that the way this devil works is they're thinking years in front of us, right? Mm-hmm. By the time y'all catch on to what's going on, we've already paved the narrative for you. Yeah. Don't call us devils, call us narcs.
Right.
Don't call us devils, call us narcs, because we still want to be hidden. And then gave us an entire language to use when we talk about them, so that the narrative stays the same. As long as every narcissistic abuse coach is on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever, as long as everybody is using the same words, the same lingo, and teaching the exact same narrative, the devil stays hidden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this is about. That's all this is about. And they get to continue. Like my girl Myla in the chat said, the devil is just normalizing himself out here, making everything seem normal. All of the craziness, all of these distractions out here right now, you know, with our children. As we're talking about tonight, we're talking about divorce.
Yeah.
You know, we're not even really hearing about marriages anymore. They're not showing us that part anymore. So now it's like, okay, so then what are we doing? We just growing old by ourselves? Like, what? Children, if you think about the generation that's out here right now, when I was growing up, babies was everywhere. Okay? There was always some little fast little girl had a baby when she was 16 somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't wishing that on nobody. I'm just saying. You ain't seeing that like you used to. Nowadays, you don't see the birth rate where it was. And we surely do not see marriage. People are not teaching their daughters how to be wives anymore. They're teaching their daughters how to be husbands. Look, girl, you gotta you're gonna have to go out here and you're gonna have to take care of your own house. You're gonna have to take care of your own car. You're gonna have to take care of your own this, your own that. You're not even prepared. So if you're getting it right at home to not be a wife, but be a husband, then who are you going to marry? Who are you going to marry? Because a husband wants a wife. But if everybody's being bred a certain way, and then let's jump on the other side of that.
Yeah.
The men? Good God.
Go ahead, Alicia. I'll go behind you.
Is it anything to even say at this point? Because I don't know what position that the men are supposed to be playing right now. I don't even know.
You know what? Everybody's doing, the Bible says, there's a scripture says, and they did everything that was right, that they thought was right in their own perspective, pretty much, right? I wish I knew it verbatim. Maybe someone can post it. It's like they didn't leaned upon their own understanding of things, right? This society has no identity. None. Everybody's lost. Everybody's trying to figure it out. in real time. There's no blueprint.
On the spot. Right.
Everybody's, empowering people. You can decide how your gender, you can decide,
That's where I'm going.
whatever your race, your everything like that was biologically given to you. You have the freedom, which is not freedom at all. It's bondage, right? It's like telling a baby that comes out the womb to fend for itself. The baby doesn't know how to fend for itself.
Come on.
And so you have men who are not men. They're babies. They're boys. I won't even say they're boys. They're babies. It's like
then they feminized. The men are wearing tight jeans now.
Well, it's not just that. Everyone's being sexualized. Our children are being sexualized, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Everything is about the flesh. Everything is about pleasure. Nothing is about restraint. Nothing is about a moral compass anymore. Everybody does what they think is right. So let me tell you, if I say in Canada, this is facts, in the school system, if a child comes to school, I think I mentioned this in one of the other lives, and this is dead serious. If they come to school and say they identify as a cat, you have to acknowledge that. They have kitty litters in the bathrooms. Now, yes, they have kitty litters in the bathroom. I have people working. I know people working in the schools and this sort of thing, and they train you on how to deal with this, right? My point is like, we're living in the last days. God said in Sodom and Gomorrah, he came and destroyed it, but he said he would never do it again. But guess what he's going to do? He's going to come back. and only those who adhere to what is right in the eyes of God are those that are going to be taken up. I know I'm getting Bible with you, but we're sharing perspectives tonight, right?
Yeah.
So we don't understand that the constitution of marriage is supposed to exemplify the relationship that God has with his church. His church is the bride. He's coming back for a bride. And so we don't understand the spiritual significance. God he wants us to resemble him. He wants marriage. This is why it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're Christian. It doesn't even matter if you're an atheist. If you get married and you apply those principles, he will bless it.
Yeah.
Because he's so humble. He's not even arrogant. God's like, listen, even if you don't worship me, because this came from me, if you step into this, you are stepping into the will of God.
See, I want to add, I was going there with that gender stuff. That, like you said, people are teaching their daughters how to be husbands. And now we have a big fluctuation of gays out there and transgender that's out there ready to step into the role of, being that woman for a man. And I'm going to give you guys a story. I went out last night and I didn't know this was a female. And she approached me. She had the hat backwards, the braids. Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm so dumb, not knowing. And she's talking and sound like a man. And so when she introduced her, when she said her name, Dominique, I said, excuse me. And she said it again. And I pulled my hand back. And she was like, you need to open your options. I said, sorry, being gay is not an option for me. Wow. And that's what they're pushing.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing out here right now. I mean, when they started playing with the gender, so as a matter of fact, they are going so far with the gender situation that now, if you are a felon, if you change your gender, they'll erase your record. Oh, you get to start over again. Yeah.
That's out of town.
Come on. You get to start a different identity because you're no longer that person anymore. That was a man, you're a woman. Yeah, wow. So it's incentivizing criminal behavior. It's incentivizing this craziness out here. And by the time you look at all the stuff that's going on with what's going on with our food, and it's crazy to me how we'll sit here and point our finger and say, but look at this, or, we'll say, look at the air, or look at the pollution, look at the radiation that's coming out with 5G. We ain't even thinking about stuff like that. We just thinking that 4G means you get a better picture, a better connection. Yeah, they looking at 8G, 12G. You know what those G's going to do to us? It's going to make sure that everybody's exposed to radiation, which does what? Everybody going to have cancer.
Yeah.
Everything around us, that devil said he coming from all angles, and he's doing it.
Yes.
Your food, your water, the air you breathe, everything around you.
Yes.
The language we speak. Now, and think about this. We don't even see how we're being set up. We don't even see how we're being set up by these failed marriages. We don't even see it. They tell somebody they'll give them money. These people would do anything for money. They absolutely would. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's nice to have money because we needed to buy stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't going to sell my soul for no money. Nah, man. Nah, that's the only soul I got, bro. And once you sell yourself, like they're doing, they put you in this high place. And then it's like you just a science project after that. Let's just put you a family together, and it looks like a family, and now we're just going to destroy it.
Well, once you take the bait, this is what people don't understand. That's when they know they can control you. So when you think you're in control now because you have access to money or access to an opportunity, what you really demonstrated is that you can be bought and be controlled. Right?
That's it.
So at the end of the day, this is why it was so crazy when these biblical stories, when you see biblical characters being thrown in the lion's den or being thrown in the fiery furnace and being thrown, because it was always demonstrating that either you bow down to this world or you go in the fire. But the crazy thing is God always shows up in the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying we have to, what's happening in the world right now. This is what I'm saying. You will be tested. And the people,
you're going to be tested.
Yeah, you're going to be tested. And it's going to everyone's going to tell you you're doing the wrong thing. You need to be practical. You need to be realistic. Whatever situations happen. This is how God, you can say, it's like the whole mark of the beast thing, or the one world currency, one world order, all of these things, right? It's like you will be tested, because what God is going to say, listen, the just shall live by faith. You're going to have so much faith in your bank account. Forget about the money. You're going to have some serious faith in your bank account, guys, because there's going to be a time where you're not going to even have enough money to rescue you. Money ain't going to save you.
There you go.
Money.
As a matter of fact, it's not going to save you right now.
No. Exactly.
Is it saving any of them? They got all you could want. It can't keep their family together. It can't keep their relationship happy. No. And I'm saying this is the goal. We've made money. Well, I'm saying this devil has made money the goal. That's the object that everybody is out here about. I just want to have more than my neighbor got, and I want to have more than those people had. And whatever happened to, I just want to live a happy life. I just want to be happy in my life. That sounds corny now.
See, go ahead, China.
See, but they put us in a situation where either you have it or you don't. And when you don't have it, you're trying to get it. And you're basically put in a situation where you do have to sell your soul just to survive. And then you have people who have it and have greed and want more. So everybody is always fighting for the money, whether they have it or not, because we are trained to see that money buys the basic necessities and then the most expensive, pretty things that you want. And we're all either striving just to get by or to have more than what we have. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now. It's not that a lot of people, money hungry. You have stuff has gone up, but the wages haven't gone up to even meet the prices. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we're out here struggling.
Exactly. And do you think that that's by surprise or is that by design?
Exactly.
Right now, the prices are just going way up.
Yes.
But the money ain't going up, and it's harder. Every day is harder and harder to keep just what you had yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's getting harder and harder for everybody. So you're feeling the squeeze, but you're trying to not say anything because you don't hear anybody else saying anything. You like, okay, ain't nobody else saying nothing. It must be just me. Let me just go harder than I was going yesterday.
Yeah.
But the part that we're not seeing is that we're not looking at is when every time you look at the internet and you see these reels and stories about massive fights and all kinds of craziness, people just going into the mall, doing the snatch and grab, the grocery stores that are saying, hey man, we can't afford to stay in this neighborhood no more because won't nobody buy no groceries. Everybody just go in there and snatch what they want.
Yeah.
So it's like we see it happening and we see how it's happening. But because we don't know the agenda, by the powers that be, right? And then see how we never get to identify. Good God Almighty, boy. Y'all see how the devil never wants to be identified. They want us to change the laws, the rules on everything. They want to be in total, complete control, have power over everything you say, think, and do. But they don't want you to know who they are. Why? Because that's their power.
Yeah.
Their power is in them being hidden. Because once they're not hidden, once the devil is no longer hidden, he has no power.
Yeah.
He has no power. If you got an opportunity today to look right in the person's face, the man, the woman, the child, if you had that opportunity today and say, I can identify that I met the devil today. I can tell y'all who they are and I can tell you what makes them the devil. That devil literally loses all of his power.
Yeah.
Right then. Just because now we know. Now everything comes together. It's just like we talk about every day on this channel. We're talking about how the narcissists, they don't want people to know who they are.
No.
They want to be covert. They don't want people to know how angry, what kind of hell they cause in a household, in a relationship. They don't want people to know who they are and what they're about.
Yeah.
They're like, no, if you do that, if you tell everybody, I'm going to have to move to another city.
Yeah.
To run this game on people.
Yeah.
I can't run this game on people around here because everybody know me.
Yeah.
I got to go somewhere where nobody knows my business. Nobody knows who I am. That's how they do it. And right now, whether we see it or not, we're being isolated.
Yeah.
And you know what happens to everybody that gets isolated? Okay, when you see animals in the wild and they get isolated, that becomes a meal.
Yeah. I can't say the word, but
It becomes a meal because that's why they isolate. those animals. And right now, it's so many of us, they can't isolate us. It's too many people out here right now.
They can. That's why COVID is back. That's how they isolate us.
Well, they got us inside. They got us inside. And they're saying they're not gonna do it the way they did it last time. Ain't that something though? How you can just predict a disease is coming?
Mm-hmm.
What would people say if I predicted, watch, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be 75 people get shot in the head in 2 weeks. Watch. You mark my word. You know what everybody would say? Everybody would say, oh, he about to go shoot 75 people in the head. Because he the only one that know it.
Right.
And the reason that you would know it is because I'm crazy enough to get on here and tell y'all this is what's going to happen. And then when you see it happen, but look, I'm selling these shields, y'all. I'm selling these shields so I can make some money off of it, right? But we're in such a place where, we're sitting here and we're listening to these people and they have so much money that they could literally have anything done to you. And we're legitimate people, right? But we know they could still kind of run up on you, have something done to you. So, or at least we think that.
Yeah.
So we scared to come together. We scared to talk about it. We're scared to fight for what we know is right. And guys, us not fighting, that's what's going to keep us down. That's what's going to end up destroying. That's what actually is destroying us because we're not standing up. We haven't been standing up. We're watching this devil just have its way with family. And see, and to me, my personal feeling is that when the devil saw that I could destroy your family, none of us are really a threat at that point.
Right.
None of us. If they could come in here and destroy your family and do whatever they want to do to our children, they sexualize our children and, take and tell our children, feed them all this stuff about their gender or whatever. And we're not outraged. We're not doing anything about it. Guys, that's when they know, okay, we got them. We can do anything to them now. Look, they're defeated. They're not even fighting for their children. Their children is the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is their future.
What I think has to happen, this is a thing too. And when we talk about fighting against things, exposing things, standing up against things, this is not just physical. This is a mental battle.
That's right.
This is a mind shift. The Bible says, what a man thinketh, so is he, right? So when you start seeing yourself, I say it like this. I feel like I'm a superhero for God. That's how I feel. I feel like when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I literally have a charge on my life to make sure that that's why I always say help is on the way. Da, 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 right?
Right. That's right.
Because when you see yourself as a representative of not just God, but the things that God stands for, which is love, which is peace, which is justice, right? Happiness, contentment, joy. These are the things you start to pursue in your mind. Before it even manifests, it's in your mind. It's saying, wow, it's waking up in the morning and feeling discouragement and depression and commanding your mind to change.
Yeah.
This is a superpower.
It is.
It really is. Like where you sit there, the Bible says, be not conformed by this narcissistic world. It didn't say narcissistic, but I put it in there, right? Be transformed, right? By the renewing of your mind. That means God knows that by the end of the day, you can be mentally bound, you're drained, discouraged, but he's like, You can transform your mind. And then when you transform your mind and you make a different choice, you start to see the power of your choice, which then now ignites you to make another good choice, right? So this is a cycle breaking mindset that done on a macro level. Like if everybody on this live right now decided, because a lot of times, what do we say? We feel powerless to this stuff. We feel like we have no choice. We
Right.
have to take this. We have to take the shots. We have to start using pronouns to identify people. We have to. No, we actually don't.
Exactly.
Right? And that's when things start to shift now. We actually can call and expose evil, because that devil wants to intimidate you by public scrutiny. Like they want to say, oh, you're hateful, you're anti this and anti that. But when you just keep pursuing it in love, not in hate, but in love,
That's right.
the Spirit of God, then you're not alone. You have the Spirit of God with you. You have his angels with you. You have other fellow like-minded people with you, right? And like I say all the time, the Bible says, if God be for us, who can be against us? That's the mind shift.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just think that they are here and don't understand their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, everybody has a purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a role to play. Everybody that's sitting back, that's just watching and waiting. We just waiting for this devil basically to pounce on us. And he already pounced on us.
Yeah.
I'm
And
going to tell you, right? Exactly. I remember a nature video I was watching one day, watching the polar bears. I like the polar bears. All right. I'm watching the polar bear, and in Antarctica, he going to get the seal. And these seals look like city buses, 3 to 4 times the size of the bear, with a tusk like the size of a bear's arm.
Mm.
Easily could defeat the bear. But they scared of the bear. And when I saw that the bear could run up on a beach that had 300 or 400 seals on it that were larger than the bear, I couldn't believe it that the seal would let the bear not only chase them away, but take their young and
Mm.
eat them right there on the spot. And I said, wow, that's us. This
Yeah.
devil has us in a place where we scared to even fight. We scared to even just turn around and defeat it,
Yeah.
because we're thinking, I can't defeat the bear, because they were taught to fear the bear.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And that's what we are. We've been taught subliminally to fear the devil. And now
Mm-hmm.
this devil is running amok. And then
Yeah.
everything that we've paid for, protection, police, whatever we want to call it at this point, because it doesn't really exist the way it used to. It was a time you could call the police and bam, a police shows up. Now, not so much, I don't think.
You never lived in the projects then, because that wasn't the case. And it was right on the corner.
Hey, there you go. They was like, hey, it's already police over there. We ain't getting in that. That's Ray and them over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no, we ain't, no, sir. We ain't getting that started. But I'm saying now, you got some states that are passing laws that are saying stuff like that. Like, if it's not a felony, then we're not sending a police officer out. It's too much going on. Guys, we're sitting here in a meeting we having with y'all 3 nights a week. And I'm telling you that we're able to sit here at peace in our homes. The rest of the world right now, man, it's worse than crazy. It's worse than pandemonium. They fighting. They going through all kinds of mess out here. While we're just sitting back and we're just trying to enjoy home.
We have a narc in here picking on me.
What they saying about you?
Bombastic side eye. Very funny.
Oh.
You see it?
Said
Oh,
I'm not a
boy.
opinion. Well, they come. Hey, I told y'all,
Listen,
man. Y'all think narcs don't come around with them fake identities? It's probably somebody you know. That's probably somebody you know.
I know it is.
Cruddy they are. That's how cruddy
know
they are. It'd be somebody you know. They got a different. They don't. You know that this is their other personality. They get to come into the chats with. You got some people out here to be on something totally different, man. That's something that I've learned about this internet. You know, yeah, man, they praise God in front of you. Huh?
That's okay.
the new supply.
You're sparking a nerve, and that's okay because that's what we're here to do. We're
That's
not
the new
afraid to be
wholesale
hated.
supply.
Well, listen, we ain't to anybody. We ain't afraid to be hated. We ain't afraid of any type of because we're above that. We're here doing God's work. And
That's
if you
it.
want to get blessed, be blessed. If you want to spectate, that's up to you. But we're going to stay blessed. And we're going to be nice about it. So if you want to hate, go ahead and hate, man. It's good. We good. Right, China doll? We good, baby.
Man, we are absolutely in a wonderful place, in a wonderful space, you know. And I'm saying we here for the smoke. You know, if anybody want to come in and tell us about ourselves or something, you know.
For sure.
It ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because people be talking, they be talking and saying stuff, man. I'll be like, wow, you know, I'm here on this camp every other night. You know what I'm saying?
You ready, man?
Open up the chat for you. They don't have nothing to say.
Not at all.
Have nothing to say, man. But you know, every now and again, you know, you'll get somebody to come in there and just try to agree with everything that's being said. But you know,
for sure,
my thing is, you know, in life, whenever people see, whenever that, especially that devil, you hit that nerve.
Yeah.
When they see that you really on this devil's throat.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's me. That's where I like to stand, right on that throat. You know, and you know, it causes some controversy sometimes, but you know, they'll get over it or not. You know, I I really don't, you know, have a problem with how they feel. You know, they get to feel how they feel. You know, everybody gets to feel how they feel.
Yeah.
So do I. And I'm happy.
Yeah, because you know you're doing something right when they take a moment out of their miserable lives to come in here and try to, you know, knock you down at the knees. But I got thick skin. Can't nobody touch me.
I said, but let me exit. Let me get out of here. I done got my attention.
Yeah, for sure. That's the new old stale supply, probably.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, she loved watching me. She see my hair. She's gonna do it tomorrow.
Hey, lick a shot.
Right.
Raps.
Hold on, we got my man Lando coming through. He gonna come in here and drop some coins on us, you know.
Okay.
Drop some knowledge. Coming to the space. What's happening, Lando?
Hey, what's happening, yo? What's happening, everybody in the chat?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Man, we chilling. You know what we doing?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey man, I had an interesting situation. I went to two Christmas season. I went to one Friday night. The first one I saw.
Hold on. Say that again. You was breaking up. Say that again.
Okay, I went to two high school games last month or so.
Okay.
And The first game, as soon as I walked in, the first face I saw was my ex-wife in the stands. I tried to look off. I didn't want to make eye contact with her. And it was her, my oldest daughter. And
Has it been a while since you seen him?
since seeing who? My ex-wife? Yeah, since it's been in court. Back in July 22. Yeah.
Oh,
It's been
wow.
over a year. Yeah, it's been over a year.
Okay.
And that's the last time I seen my daughters too. He was in court. And last Friday, I saw my youngest daughter, and I wanted to say something to her, but I didn't want to cause an incident, cause a scene. I didn't know how she would react, and I mean, it hurt me. You had to look at my kids and not be able to approach them.
Yeah, bro. What? I mean, that whole situation right there is got to be something that it's got to be something that y'all can. Well, I ain't gonna say you and her, but you basically gonna have to go into that court yourself and say, "Hey, Your Honor, what we doing here, man? Because this ain't gonna work. I don't want to be bothered with her. I need them my kids.
And, they took my parental rights, and I pay child support. I lost parental rights in my divorce hearing.
Wow.
Bro. Now, see, I ain't gonna say it can't happen because it happened. You just said it happened.
Hey, and I took the one incident out of 22 years. It was when she legally locked me out of my house that I owned before we was together. And I subpoenaed that locksmith to court. He testified I didn't hit my wife and my daughter. The one only incident out of 22 years, that's what would have been only abuse. And it's my divorce. I didn't become the bad guy until I divorced her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Lando, you saying that like I'm saying, like I would be thinking, wow, that couldn't happen. Yeah. Bruh, I was going to court every 3 months. I know what can happen in there.
Hey,
yes, sir.
I took her back to court that July to make her take ownership of the house. We had other properties she got that was free and clear. She got all that. So what I brought her to court was for visitation and for her to take ownership of the house. They awarded her in a divorce decree. Mm-hmm. None of that happened. She still hadn't took ownership of the house, and she awarded that back in January of 22. The court, I mean, everything that lady would say, they would write an order against me saying I was holding up from taking ownership or something, assuming a loan. She had 3 attorneys, and I represented myself.
You can't hold that up. That's a part of that's a part of discovery when y'all setting up the divorce agreement.
Yeah.
If you giving it to her, that's all she needed was you signed off, yo. Ain't no order after that.
This man, he's supposed to be a contract lawyer. He the head judge in this county. He didn't put no due date. Any contract got to have a due date or end date.
Yeah. All of it got dates on it. Yes, sir.
It should have been 60 days from this date, 120. Shit, a year from then. It should have been a deadline.
Oh, good gracious, man.
What I did, I spoke about narcissism. And I talked to the lawyers. The county, they got a security order when I come to court. Because I showed out on them folks. I told them how I felt in orders. I like, man, I never let nobody hold my nuts. And I mean, seriously, man, I gotta have a sheriff deputy escort me around the courthouse. Because of the fight that I was having to fight for my kids. I could appeal to the divorce, all the materialistic stuff I lost. I didn't care about that. But when they took my rights from me, hell no. And
yeah, man. You gotta keep fighting it, dog. You gotta keep fighting it.
Harry,
I mean,
yo,
I feel you because I tell y'all the story all the time, man. When I was fighting for custody of my daughter, I was like, man, I'm trying to get custody. My daughter didn't even live with her mother.
yeah, I heard you talk about that.
Nah, she ain't live with her mother. It was open and shut. Your
Yeah,
Honor, she don't live there. She live with the grandmother. Can I raise my daughter, please?
yeah,
He said, man, look, I'm not. She said, Your Honor, she don't live with me right now because my money, I don't make a lot of money. And she hit him with that story. I say, well, Your Honor, she got a father.
yeah.
Come on, dog. Like,
How old were you? How old was she at the time?
at the time, she was 6.
Mm.
I've been fighting for her since she was like 4 years old, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the way through, bro. It was, and that was the second time that I was trying to get her. That was the second time. I'm saying my attorney, we out in the hallway, my attorney was crying. He was like, dog, I don't believe we couldn't get custody of your kid. I don't believe it, man.
yeah,
So I'm saying I get it. A lot of times we be thinking it got to be more to the story. I'm sitting here like, well, please, can somebody show me what part in that story that I didn't see? I'm here. I'm taking care of her. I'm the one that picks her up every weekend. I
yeah.
got her for the whole summer. I got her on every holiday. Can you please tell me why she can't just live with me, bruh? Please.
Hey,
Just tell me. Just tell me that.
I never read nobody else's divorce decree, but the judge said I was a reason for the deterioration of our marriage.
Well,
I'm like, in her testimony, man, it was so generic. She said that I thought women were dumb. And one of my daughters heard me talk to her abusively. And my marijuana use had became an all-time high, and it changed me. And I stole money from the family.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And when my wife she went, it was August 21st of 2021. Last time was when where the altercation happened. Her locking me out the house. She went, made a police report, got a restraining order, and that right there was my last August 21st. August 20th was my last time in my house.
Wow, bro.
And the last time that I had access to my daughters.
And that's just in the order. You can't get, man. Yeah, man. I think you need to go with a different lawyer this time.
No, I represented myself. When she asked me for the divorce, I'm like, man, I'm tired. Man, I'm tired of working for this, trying to please this woman. I financially provided for her. I helped her through school. She's been an RN for 18 years. She's making over $100K for the last 5 years. And I had a good job, but my job ended in 2020, because of COVID. It shut down. And I had a buyout, and I had about $30,000 in credit card in my buyout, my settlement for my job. And we already own these 2 rental houses. So I spent my buyout in credit card debt in my $30,000. It's probably about like $65,000 I spent in 2020 to work on some rental properties that we own. That's when the marriage started going downhill. When I started working on these houses like I intentionally planned, I didn't have time working to work on the houses. But then when I lost my job, I had the time and the money. And then COVID hit, everything was, all the materials got sky high. But I still did a lot with the money that I had. And
the key factor was when that job ended. I think Chris Rock said that.
What did he say?
Like what Chris Rock said, fellas, when you lose that job, your relationship might not be over today, but the countdown has begun.
And I always made more money than my wife, and she's up. You know, she's already. I always still made more money than her. And but like I said, I think when she started, making more money than me, it changed her. She let the authority go to her head, and I mean, I thought me and my ex-wife was a lot alike. I thought we was both caring people that cared about doing right by people. Here on Zoom calls and emails and people calling her, asking her to resolve issues with coworkers and all this shit. I mean, she could get it done for everybody else, but the family, nah.
No sir. Yeah. But when them people change, just like Tyrese, we was talking about earlier, Tyrese and his wife, when they got divorced, it was the same thing. He's like, man, can somebody tell me why we divorced? Why I'm getting divorced from my wife?
Hey, Harry, that was the same question I asked my ex-wife to tell me and my daughters. Like, what happened? I still to this day, I don't know who she messed around with. It wasn't about no team between neither one of us. It wasn't nothing to have us unhappy about life. Our girls are smart, never been in trouble. I mean, didn't have boyfriends.
Amen. Yeah. That's exactly how they meant. That's exactly how they meant it to be. They wanted you to be sitting out here trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
What did I do? Because I didn't do anything. I tried to be as perfect as I could. What happened?
Where did I go wrong? Me and my wife, we was gonna do in vitro fertilization because it was supposed to be impossible to get pregnant on her own, and she got pregnant. I mean, we was on my insurance covered like $4,000 of it, and I was gonna get a loan for the rest. And we had 2 kids, and she mistreating our blessing like that, man. That lady.
Hey, man.
I hate it for her, man. I hate it for her. It's gonna be. I pray. I really do pray for everybody who's been involved in shit that I went, that I happened.
There you go.
It meant to happen for a reason. I don't have no regrets.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't, man. You doing the right thing, bro. Just keep fighting the good fight, man.
Yeah, but it's just hard, man, to being the man that I am and not be able to approach my kids.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we had, man, my girls, we got good relationship. I mean, man, I raised my daughters.
That's what I'm saying.
My daughter saw me cook. I helped them with homework package. Like I said, my wife worked 7 in the morning, 7 at night. Who was doing the cooking? Who was doing the raising of the kids? And the judge, I asked for expedited hearing for my visitation. He denied it. So I can go see my oldest daughter graduation, high school graduation. I missed out on that.
Wow.
I have not seen my daughter since August 21st, 21. Being able to walk up to him and talk to him. Only in court.
See, and that's why I was saying that it's messed up, because when you have children, you have now just invited the system into your home. And the system controls what happens with your children, no matter if you agree with them or not.
That's right.
And I think that's the messed up thing about it. And these people have no investment, no sympathy or anything for what that situation entails. They just look at and hear stuff and then decide from there how things should go, when they don't have the real insight as to what's going on in that home. And that's what bothers me.
Yeah. Somebody who don't even know anybody in the house, they get to tell you. That was the biggest thing for me to have to really get used to, was going to another man and asking him when I can see my kid.
Yeah.
Like, man, is you crazy? That's my daughter. He said there like, well, I got a marshal that's going to enforce you seeing when you see your daughter?
Man, Harry, yo, I had 2 Garden items. I showed them the text messages of my wife being the one disrespectful in conversations, and me saying you can have it all. I mean, just let's go our separate ways, do whatever, man. I take care of my kids, do whatever.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Let me
but
see my kids.
both Garden items, the one in the divorce hearing, didn't speak up for my kids, or me saying that my wife was a toxic one. In my visitation hearing, that Garden item, he said he didn't care about my family. He just wanted $850.
That's it.
Can I say something at this point? I'm listening to you, Orlando. I hear the pain in your voice, and this is very frustrating for you. I know.
Oh yeah.
This system is built not to care about feelings, emotions, family history, goals for your family reunion, like whatever, right? And this is the harsh reality. My advice to you, just to get to the nitty gritty, is you need to find representation because you have a case. Okay. You going into that courtroom without a lawyer is a big mistake. I'm going to tell you straight, because that court system will immediately not take you seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the mere fact that you don't have a lawyer, even if you have to get court, what's it called? I don't know what they call it there.
Court appointed. A court appointed.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing,
they don't do that.
Even
Living.
if you get a paralegal, even if, because this is the mistake that I find a lot of, and I'm going to put a gross generalization out there, a lot of men do, fathers, okay, in this predicament. And I am telling you from people who I know who work within the system, whether they're lawyers, whether they're what's it called? The clerks or whatever, is that you can't go into court talking about emotions or what this person did. Like even everything is like a language. It's a and this is how the narcissist wins.
There
because
you go.
the narcissist knows that if they attack your heart, attack your emotions in a system that was never designed to have empathy with that,
that's right.
Either you'll give up, you're gonna, or like you, or you will just not. At some point, the system, the knowledge of the system, all the little loopholes in the system will go over your head. I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying that it's not enough for us to ruminate. We have to empower ourselves to say, you know what? I have to get my mind right now. I have to go through into the system to tear down the system.
Yeah.
Because
hey, Lisa, you hit that one.
Yeah. and this is like a very, I mean, when I coach people, it's like, this is again a mind shift, because what's happening is it's being delayed based on the memories, the feelings, the betrayal, the hurt, when the goal is simply for you to be reunited with your children. It's not the money, it's not the house. That could be there, but secondary. But your goal has to be, I have to do what I have to do, because down the road, when whatever happens, those children need to know that you did 100%, whether it be investing the finances, that you did 100%, because that narc right there is tearing stuff down behind your back.
Yeah, she did.
Sorry. And just one more thing. A lot of mistakes that I find that some, and I'm generalizing once again for the sake of the conversation, a lot of men give up and they say things like, when that child is ready to find me, they'll find me because I can't take it anymore. Big mistake.
Women say that too, because I've heard women say it. So it's not just the men. And the system makes it virtually impossible for you to fight for your children. I have seen where a child has been in the system and they take them for the smallest things and then make you do all these things to get them back. And then when you comply, it's still not enough. And that's because the system makes money off everything, whether it's taking your kids away, child support, whatever the case may be. The system is designed to make money off children's pain.
Did it? And to take the family apart. I found out that every dollar that the judge issues in child support payments every day, the state gets a tax break for that. So they're giving their state back money for that. So that's the incentive to make sure somebody's going to be paying this.
Yeah.
One of you, whether it's you or her, one of y'all gonna pay monthly. And you're right. Your rights to your child, the state, they don't really care about your rights, because if they give you too much in that child's life, then it's going to throw off this system.
Yeah.
It's going to throw off the way that they're getting paid. And they're not going to allow you to do that. And a lot of stories sound so far-fetched because people aren't in those shoes. But the day you gotta walk in that courthouse and you gotta face somebody that you know, no matter what you say. I done faced the judge. I remember one day I was in there with this judge, man. This dude told me, I came in there with receipts. I said, look, man, this is what I pay in child support. This is what I pay in her health care, life insurance, health insurance, dental, whatever. Everything. This is what her birthday cost. This is what Christmas was. This is what her week to week stuff is. I had receipts. So it was no question who was taking care of this child. It was no question. You know what he said to me? He said, you just bought that stuff in here and showed to the court because you don't want to pay child support, sir, but you gonna pay it. And he raised it again, because that's how the system makes money.
Yeah, I understand. Man, I'm well versed in financing, but what happened with my divorce hearing when my wife went to DHR, we call it DHR here, Department of Human Resources. When she went and claimed I abused my daughter during an incident or whatever, she reached out to the locksmith, talked to the locksmith. I talked to the locksmith. He told me that he told the social worker that I didn't hit my wife and my daughter. Because by the story I told her, she reached out to the locksmith. Got his side of the story. I subpoenaed the social worker to court to have her testify about the abuse claim. The judge asked her, was there any requirements for me or my family going forward to repair the relationship, anything like that? She said no. This is a state representative supposed to be looking out for the well-being of my kids. She said no.
They ain't what they there for, bro.
But I'm saying that this here is outside of a Gardner Lightem opinion. This here is the state worker,
right,
that invested in so-called abuse charge.
Right.
Okay,
they're not there to help you out, champ. You think they're there to help you out? They're not.
No. I'm just saying. I presented to the court. They decided. I know I won. I know there's no reason for me not to have custody of my kids. It's just vindictive narcissism as a whole.
That's it, man.
Because I talked to everybody in the system. I talked to the people who gave her the restraining order. They told me if I would have came and did it first, I could have got it on her. I said, why would I play games like that?
Right.
Amen.
So I understand that it's a vindictive system, also a financial system. And
there you go, man.
When I went back and forth with this judge, he didn't like that, me being smart enough to come to court.
And they're going to undermine you. They feel like
strong enough to come to court.
I was told when I went to court, when I went without a lawyer, the first 2 times I went without a lawyer, and they told me, like, dude, you wasting your time, because a judge is not going to listen to a regular citizen. What did they say? It's not, or practice law. they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you over an attorney.
Nope, I'm going through that now.
I understand that. But like I said, as a citizen, you have that right. So it's supposed to be respected.
Yeah, they supposed to, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're not going to. The corporation counsel is going to come in there and be like, well, Your Honor, they're going to just totally disrespect you in there, and you don't even know what to say because you don't even know when to object.
Exactly.
So, going there if I was somebody, and I understand how it is, especially with money out here right now.
Yeah, I didn't have the money. I just thought I had to just mind my business. I was spent all my money. I didn't expect to be going through a divorce.
Hey, man, that's how it is. But hey, bro, all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, this is something that I promise you helped a whole lot of people in here tonight, because usually people don't understand how extreme these stories are, man. They don't.
Yeah.
People they don't understand the extremes that people go through in life, and on both sides. Because I was looking in and out the chat, and there were other people who were going through things on the opposite end of that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, for me, that's the reason why I always try to keep the pendulum even, because it's always two sides. It was a woman and it was talking about something happened to her and her daughter, and dude tried to run him over.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you get the craziness on both sides, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, Lando, man, thanks for coming in and
Hey,
chatting.
let me say this here, Harry. I feel like it's easy for real men to get caught up in narcissism.
Yes, sir.
Because you want to do the right thing by a woman and kids and stuff like that. So you can get, some women can take advantage of that.
Come on, bro.
Hey, I believe
I know. Come on.
Men love women and women should love men.
There you go.
Right there.
That's right.
Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks for coming through, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we got my man Sean coming back in here with us tonight, y'all. Sean came to hang out with the crew. What's up? What's up,
Bro,
champ?
can you hear me?
We can hear you this time, man.
Right.
What's going on, champ?
Hey.
Not too much. Hi, China. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, I was listening. There's so much going through my head right now because of I'm listening to the demon devil talk, and then the court system and all that stuff. And I was just sitting here, and my heart started to sink because I'm like, all these beautiful people that are going through all of this stuff in the court system and going up against narcs. It's like you can't get ahead in anything because there's all this demonology going on around everything. And it's like I said last Friday, I said, we don't think like them, so we can't beat them at their own game. Alicia was talking about it. I love it. I love listening, Alicia. If you don't have God, look, this is what I share in meetings. When I wake up in the morning, if I don't get right with God, I'm going to get right with my disease. And that's all there is to it. But I will tell you this much. And I have to throw that out there. Before I met the narc, I could pray in the morning, all right, and get right with God in the morning, pray for my people and pray for myself and whatnot, and be okay and have a good day all the way through. But now I'm only 34 days narc, no contact, narc free. She's contacted me, but I haven't contacted her. But the point is, I have to pray multiple times throughout the day now because of the trauma bond and because of the addiction and because of, the lore, because I can't, and I think China said it too. I think she said it either earlier on another video. She said, don't listen, don't keep them hanging around, because you're going to get lonely one of these days, and then you're going to want to reach out, and it's a trap. It's a trap. Yes, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trap.
Yeah, they're going to be singing your tune, and that's why some people wonder, well, wow, they were reaching out at first, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now you're looking for that reach out. You like, whoa, where you go? Come on back. And then if it worked on you, then you'll reach back out to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the reverse Hoover. It's the reverse
That's
Hoover.
all they're doing.
I'm gonna cut you off, and now I'm gonna make you come after me, and it's
Listen,
insidious.
The purpose of the mindset that they have is, I'm gonna do something to you that's gonna hurt you so bad. This is going to rock your soul. Your knees will buckle when you find out that not only are you losing your relationship, but you're losing it to someone else.
Mario, do you
Okay?
remember September 11th? I told you that email she sent September 11th. She got her
Yeah.
last name back,
Yes.
her original married name. And then she said,
Right.
oh, and I know you wanted me to tell you when I started seeing somebody, and I am, and he works with me, and it's all good. Everybody knows him. And I'm like, oh, you went for the jugular. You went for they don't play fair.
No.
They don't play
And
fair.
think about that. And think about this. Who that knows her respects her for that?
Right.
They looking at her like, hold it. You was just with your husband
Up 2 months.
last week.
Yeah.
And now you with this guy here. But see, everybody else that knows her, they're looking at her and saying, they're just looking at her. All they're saying is, hey, man, she got another one. She got another victim. That's it.
And this is why when you come out of that dynamic, everyone will say to you, yeah, we knew she was a narc. Like, you'll be the last one to know, because
Yeah.
thinking that they won one over on you, right? And not realizing, because the narcissist pulled you into their world, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The world at large is able to see, hey, this, if she has somebody at work, that means she made advances probably to other people at work who might have received her or rejected her, right? But at the end of the day, when you step out of that matrix, when you step out of their vortex, you're going to see in time, because you know it's relatively fresh now. You're going to see in time a new world emerge that's void of the deception, of a world that is, has truth bombarding you, even if it's difficult and uncomfortable. And the truth will absolutely make you free, Sean.
Come on.
You got to be willing. You got to be willing to see and believe what you saw. And that's, I talk to a lot of people, and that's their issue. And that's key to healing. You have to believe it, knock them off that pedestal, and take it for what it is. And that's why people can't move forward, because that's what they have a hard time doing.
Yeah, the projecting, the idealization of what we thought, the potential of what we thought the relationship could be, the idealization of what we thought it was during the love bombing stage.
There you go.
And with each passing day, the fog's gone, and that fog's real too. That fog is real. Yeah, the fog's gone, so things are starting to come in more clearly. And it's like, look, this woman stole from you, stole your kid's GoPro, your shoes, your books. She lied to you. She stole from your mom. And I'm telling who she slept with, that I know that she slept with behind my back. I mean, and when it goes back to your earlier videos, when you talked about them being demons, what else can they be? You tell me what else they can be. These are monsters.
That's what I said. If this ain't the devil, prove it.
Yeah, you said down in the chat. Down in the chat, prove it. And nobody does.
Exactly.
Nobody ever goes against you.
And you can, because there's nothing you can put up against a narc to say this is more evil than a narc. There's nothing or no one.
Yeah.
Right. Now think about this. A psychopath, and I know China was talking about that last Friday when we were on together. A psychopath will capture you and kill you.
Yeah.
These sadistic monsters will kill you slowly over a period of time. They will kill you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then eventually they're hoping you're going to do the job physically.
Yeah.
There you
I mean,
go.
they are
That's
like
the purpose.
they are like the disease of addiction. People who relapse, people who go back and break no contact, it's just like drug addiction. And I've shared this in meetings too. I'm like, look, if you think relapse, and I've relapsed twice in 29 years, if you relapse, you think this disease is going to just kill you right away? That's not how it works. It's going to run your face into the ground. It's going to run you into the ground. It's going to take your home, your job, your cars, your family, and then it's going to back you into a corner so deep and so dark, then you're going to want to kill yourself. And that's what a narc does. The narc does the same thing the disease of addiction does. Same thing.
Yeah, you're right. And its exact same purpose is in it. The narc is the drug. The narc is your drug. It's and I say it's your drug because you treat a narc just like you would treat a drug. Just like if it was a food addiction. You just lie to yourself. Well, this gonna be the last time. This gonna be the last time I do this. This the last time, and I ain't gonna eat this. I'm gonna stop doing this because I see that it's beating me up physically, and I can't take it. I can't handle it, and this is it. I'm stopping this today. All right, this is gonna be the last time. And then as soon as you drive past the store, it's like, well, look, won't you just do it this last time, and then you go on a diet tomorrow? How about that? Just one more time, and then you go out on a diet. And just that fast, you've convinced yourself to open back up to your drug of choice. And all that drug needs is to get in your system one more time. And then as soon as you use it, it's instant regret.
Yeah.
We didn't talk for 30 days. We talked for 7 days, and then we haven't talked for 34 days now. So the last time we got together only lasted a week. So guys, it gets worse each time you go back because these things have memories like an elephant. They don't forget anything, and they're going to make you pay for every single slight and narcissistic injury you inflict on them. They're going to make you pay because that's what they do. But you're right, Hario. It's either a powder or it's flesh. But
and you know what?
It's going to end the same.
When they knock you down and you don't stay down, these people come at you like a Terminator. Because that abuse after the fact, it's like full go. That mask is off. They don't care. And they're going to take you down by any means necessary. They'll try to set you up for anything, jail, whatever. They go full blown once you figure them out and they know you don't want them back. Oh, they not going to stop at all. I'm experiencing that. And oh my God, the setups that these people tried to come up with that I ain't talking about. Whoo, these people don't play.
Hey, listen, the bottom line is, we are here to spread knowledge to help everybody that is, that gets weak when you get weak. And you start thinking about, hey, maybe they sorry, maybe they'll get it together this time, or whatever excuse you're making. We here to help you see that you're making excuses. You dig? And the thing is this, we're all grown, so you can go back to that vice.
Yeah.
But just go back. I just want you to go back with an understanding that, oh man, if you think you was in pain, oh man, it ain't nothing like the pain you're gonna feel this time. Because every time you let them back, you're betraying yourself again. Because your inner voice is telling you, no, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. She lying. She lying. She lying.
Yeah.
And we do it anyway. And boom. Then we counting them days again. All right, I'm on day 6. Trying to get through this.
Yes. Hey, and don't forget this point, and this is coming from experience. Here's the dangerous part about relapsing, and I call making contact after no contact a relapse. Think about relapsing is, the more you do it, the easier it is to keep doing it. Think about how many times people quit smoking or eating bad food only to go back to it and then do it harder than they did before.
There you go.
You know, it's the same dynamic, it's the same principle, but you know, the devil's got his hands in all kinds of things. And what I didn't realize is, you know, I grew up with the covert and the grandiose narcissist and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I've never dealt with a malignant narcissist. I never dealt with anything this diabolical.
Well, you ain't get one of the good ones. You ain't never had one of the good ones before.
Man, that's the worst of the worst. I mean,
the malignant, buddy. Awful. That malignant is just like stages of cancer. When a doctor tells you have malignant cancer, then you know that, okay, this is it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it. This is it.
Yeah. But don't you think that the narcissist's main goal is not only to drive you crazy? I mean, it's all about control and feeding their ego. I get that. But at some point, I still think that they're all about walking in and watching you be dead on the couch, that you put a gun to your head. Like, because I would love, I wish they would do a study. I would love to see a study done on how many people, there's no way to prove it. It's like an accident being done with somebody texting. You can't prove it.
And can you imagine somebody wanting that for you because you got fed up with their bullshit? You got fed up with the abuse that they were putting you through. It's not like you were doing it to them. But could you imagine somebody wanting to see you dead because now they have abused you and you're going to tell people. So now it's like, protect my image by any means. If I have to kill you or make you kill yourself, it's going to happen because I need my image intact. And the thing is, they trying to maintain an image to people who already know who they are.
Yeah.
Well, they got some people. Hey, they got some people on the side fooled temporarily, but they got some people fooled because they're always looking for new supplies anyway. Yeah. My narc said, let's why don't you get a day shift job and let's move out of town. Let's move to Indianapolis. So let's move to Nashville. You know what she was doing? She wanted me to get a job, me to get a house in Nashville and whatnot. And then she was going to future fake and be like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that gets me out of town. That gets me out of town because I know all her secrets. I know her evil ways.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Well, again, it's like now you can sit back and you can say, hey, man, I know the devil's next move.
Yeah.
But guess what? The hardest test you ever gonna take is the test you got all the answers to. Now you got to put it into practice.
Yep.
Yeah, it ain't just memory no more.
Yeah.
Now you got to go out there and actually pass the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sitting right there. She waiting right now. She's saying, Sean thinking about me. I know what I did to him. I know how I left him.
Yeah.
I know, and I feel him. I can feel him thinking about me because I'm thinking about him.
For sure.
So the person she's with right now, she's thinking about you.
For sure.
So you do think they have some that trauma bond connected us somehow, don't you? You think that the trauma bond connects the empath with the narc. So they know. They know.
No, I think that she knew what she was going to do to you when she met you because she was married. She was already doing it to somebody.
Yeah.
You were just the next person. And she was the total victim. She was a total victim when you met her. Oh, I just hate my life. And your story is similar to Paul's story. Paul went through the same thing. She's married and she's this victim. She's this damsel in distress. And when females like that, Listen, they wrote the book on femininity. They wrote the book on enticing a man.
Mm.
Yeah.
They know what they did to you. She knows what she knows you think about it constantly because she did not give you any closure.
Yeah.
So she's fully aware. You thinking about me. You ain't gonna get out of it. You're not gonna figure this out. That's what she's saying. And that's the arrogance of a devil.
Yeah.
That they are so smart and you can't figure out what I did to you, because if you figure it out, then I got to start all over again. I got to try to figure out how to get you back.
Yeah, but she overplayed her hand this last time when she said, "I'm seeing somebody from work." That she knows that with me, that's the end. All right, so you seeing somebody else? Don't think I'm going to be a cog in your wheel. I'm not going to do that.
No. She ain't. You know what she thinking? She was thinking, I'm going to tell you that I'm with somebody else because I know inside of you, come on, inside of you, there's a competitive man. She
Yes.
said, I was with this dude. I know you. You a fighter. You're not going to let this little crumb cake that I'm over here playing games with outdo you? Come on, Sean. I know she's saying, I know you better than that. That ain't the answer.
And
Well,
that's
they're
why
right.
the abuse continues after the relationship is over. They have to keep you off balance. And then if you take her back and she know you got this information, she's definitely gonna do you in, because now she know you know, and she can still
Exactly.
get back in. Oh, she's gonna do you in.
Whew, good God.
Mm.
Yeah, that's when you be out there. That's when you be in that room with the padded walls with that jacket on,
Yeah.
with your hands like this. Because, once they know that you know, so you know what I am,
Yeah.
and you still over here.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was telling her for a long time, even when we got back in January, I ripped her for an hour or 2 hours. And then anytime I would try to bring up her narcissism, anytime I tried, she goes, "Would you stop bringing that up? You bring that up all the time." I said, "No, I actually haven't brought it up in a while." But I said, "I'm trying to point out things here." Because being that damn codependent, I wanted to fix her. I wanted to save her. I wanted to solve her problem, all this stuff. And man, and I'm telling you, it's all come down to self-love. It's all come down to self-forgiveness. Because if I don't build it, or if I'm not the one building it up on the inside, guess what? And I rely on somebody else to build it. They're going to snatch it away from me every time, anytime they want. I cannot allow another person to be my greatest source of strength and courage. It's got to come from God. It has to. There's
And
no
you
getting
see,
around it.
before you came on here, we just had one come in the chat because I'm exposing him. So he figured, or his new supply figure, they'll put in there and give me a bad rep. Harry will kick me off the show. Therefore, I'm out here telling people no more what he done, because I'm sure he now knows that people we know are watching this. And I know because people have reached out to me, old friends and stuff. And so they're seeing me on here. Somebody told me they saw me. And so now he know, and he's trying to go in damage control. And he figured Harry will kick me off if he say he don't know our bond. That ain't happening.
Hey, I saw him, China. I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him try to weasel his way in here and start talking crazy. Everybody
Yeah.
tell me to get out.
Yeah, China, you owe them a TV. Because they in there throwing dishes at the TV and everything. I hate you.
Yes.
I can't stand her. Yeah, man.
No,
Boy.
but seriously, like I told her for most of the second half of our relationship that, I knew what she was and called her out on her stuff, and she didn't care because she said, she knew she had me trauma bound, and she knew she
There you
could do
go.
what she wanted.
Like,
And I was going to keep
say,
taking
yeah,
her.
I'm the devil, and come in here, come in the bedroom. Let me make it up to you.
That's
It'll be all
exactly right.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
And they
so
use that as
she
power
already
control.
knew she already knew your weakness, and she said, "Okay, all right, yeah, go ask Hario about this. Yeah, Yeah, ask him if he can help you get out of this one.
Not without the help of God. They are. Look, guys, I don't care. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how educated you are. I got a master's, 2 bachelors, and I was hooked, line, and sunk. That she got me, and there wasn't anything I can do about it. But I'm telling you, with God's help, I can overcome, and that's what I've done every day. I've used God as my greatest source of strength and courage because they're too strong, they're too powerful, they're too manipulative, they're too deceitful, they're too evil. And I'm not so arrogant that I think that I can contact her after 30 some odd days and say, hey, I'm glad you found somebody else. I'm glad you got your last name back and all this stuff. I wish you the best, because she would see that as weakness and an opportunity to jump back in. And you can't look, an alcoholic can't take a sip. I promise you, they can't. A crackhead can't take one hit. They can't take one hit. I promise you.
That's how it works.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Absolutely.
Don't keep count. You keep count, you constantly thinking about that person. Just go on with the no contact, because you think like, okay, another day I didn't talk to her, but she's still in your mind. The only way to get her out is to not keep count. Just live.
Okay, that's a good idea.
The trick that she tied you in with to make you think that y'all are trauma bonded. That weak. I'm not giving that no respect no more, man. Trauma bond. They don't have no power over you. It tell you all through the Bible, this devil has no power over you.
It's not a trauma bond.
Man, take that trauma, whatever, man, please. That ain't no bond. The devil played a trick on you. That's all it was. And guess what it was? The devil made you think that it is your source of pain. The devil is not your source of pain. But you think, because of all the betrayal, all the things that she did to betray you, you think she's the source of your pain. My friend, you are the source of your pain.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
This devil has no power, no control over you. Okay? You saw how trifling she was acting, and you still was trying to work it out. And you knew better.
Yeah, I did.
You knew better.
Yeah.
You sat right there. Nah, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to prove to her that I'm not the guy that she used to be with. I'm going to prove everything in that relationship was all about, Sean, prove this now. Sean, prove you can still love me after I got another man and I'm still going back to my other man, and prove to me that you still love me through all that, Sean.
Yes.
Prove it. Prove it again, Sean.
Let me say this. It's not a trauma bond. It's an unhealthy attachment. If they can take that part away and call it trauma, that'll keep you going back to that person. People use that so many times as an excuse to go back to these people. It's an unhealthy attachment. If you see it that way, you will say, this is not healthy. I should not be feeling this way about this person. But if you see it as a trauma, you seeing yours and theirs and saying that's how we connected. No, don't look at it like that. It's not. And you're not connected to them by trauma, because when they came in giving you something that somebody else wanted.
They came in, you met them on somebody else's dime.
Yes.
They was already with somebody else, running the same lie, telling the same lie.
She wasn't working, and she had his debit card. I mean,
there you go. She's the victim. He's sitting at work somewhere thinking his wife is doing the right thing because he's taking care of her.
Right.
Yeah.
And she all laid up in your arms and such a victim. I'm the victim, baby. I'm the victim here.
And she
And
told
then I'm
him,
gonna say this. At the end of the day, you still tried to make an honest woman out of her. But Sean, you a man of God. You knew that was wrong.
oh yeah,
You knew it
yeah,
was wrong. This woman told you she got a husband. You knew that was off limits right there.
Yeah.
yeah,
You knew this female right here don't have no integrity. She dealing with
yeah,
me and she married.
yep.
She would,
That's it. The integrity died right there. And you know better and you knew better. And now you sitting here with this regret because really that karma that came to pay that quick visit to say, ho, champ, what you think? I'm gonna let you go because you married her? We're gonna act like she wasn't married. We're gonna act like she ain't just run this game on you.
Right.
No, she ran the game on you. You tried to right the wrong, but that karma got to be paid. It's a bill that got to be paid,
Yeah.
and you paying it,
Yeah.
and you knew better. See, that's where the pain comes in at right there.
Yeah.
Because you got to look back and say, "Damn, man, I knew I shouldn't have been doing that right there." But I'm gonna try to make a right out of this wrong.
yeah. Because what happens is people become portals, spiritual portals, right?
Good God.
So when you access something that's not pleasing to God, right? Because that's what the devil's trying to do, trying to get you to contend in war with the big dog. You know what I'm saying? So that opens up a portal now. It's a trickery. It's just like the serpent in the Garden of Eden with Eve. It was a trick to lure her into to entertaining the fact that the serpent could tell her what God said. You know what God said, right? So that devil's always trying to manipulate and twist things around to influence your decision making so that when you make that decision, the door's opened and he gains access. And it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
None of us have ever like that. We've been born into sin. We've been
Yeah.
born into the fallen world, the trickery. But like you said, you continue, my brother, to lift up God, which you're doing. He's taking you from strength to strength and glory to glory. And this is gonna be another testimony, another bullet in the enemy's kingdom. I believe
Well,
that.
and thank you guys for that. But and remember this, and this is for the listeners too. You lose them the same way you get them.
And
I lost
let me
her.
say
I
this.
lost.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I believe the lies. Oh, we're not happy. It goes back to Hario's earlier videos where he said they all have the same lie. Yeah, we're married. We live in we sleep in separate beds. We haven't had sex in years. All lies. All lies. Everything's a lie. Everything that woman said was a lie. Everything. She had reverse psychology. If she told the truth, it would feel uncomfortable. And here's the thing. And I don't know where I heard this. Might have been you, Hario. I'm not sure. But they have to be dishonest all the time because truth has an energy. And if that energy comes out, you're going to know when they're lying. So it always has to be a lie. Always.
Consistent lies.
Plus they live in their own fantasy world, their own delusion. They're not in reality. Not
Harry
our reality.
on mute. He's trying to talk, but he's on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, dang. My bad.
Let me say what I was going to say. This is what I wanted to say to you, Sean. I said, I want to say God allowed you to go through this so that he can take the taste out of your mouth of wanting somebody else's spouse. And that's what I believe.
Good God. Come on.
Ooh.
Come on. Good God Almighty, girl. That felt like a brick on the side of my head right there. Good God.
Hey, all
y'all
I'm saying
fighting.
is I did apologize to him. I did make amends to him. I said, hey, I thought you guys were done. I thought you guys were done. And you guys, he goes, man, he goes, I didn't like you for a long time. I said, you had every right not to like me. I said, you had
Wow.
every right. I said, here's the thing, man. I said, you're a good dude. I've already heard how handy you are and all this other stuff. I said, we were caught in a crossfire, you know. And she, when we got back together in January, she turned him against me. She said I was talking about him when she was over there, and I blocked him. And then when I unblocked him several months later to let him know the divorce was final, then she talked him into blocking me this time. You can't beat the devil at their game. You can't. And, you know, the guy was a good dude. And they don't go after weak people. They don't go after bad people. They go after the people with the hearts, the love, the compassion, the forgiveness, the understanding. That's what they go after because
they can't break a weak person down. You can't break down a weak person. They get with strong people because they want to break you down. That's why.
Yes.
And they got to go with somebody who has a happy life.
Yeah.
That's something everybody need to understand. They came for you because you were happy.
Yeah.
Okay? Because only happy people can wake up every single day happy, ready to restart a new day happy, ready to forgive this devil every day happy. So they're not looking for somebody out here that's crazy like them, somebody that's going to use them. Now, yeah, they do get caught by those types.
Yeah.
But that's not their purpose. They're not looking for that. That's not what they're looking for.
I don't think they get caught by them. I think sometimes they choose them, like in my situation, because he knew when he left, I was strong. So he needed somebody that was going to help him break me down. And that's not working. And they didn't had so many people lined up with them trying to break me down. And I'm not exhausted. I get up like Muhammad Ali, baby.
That is so
the rope-a-dope. You did the rope-a-dope on them, China.
Yes.
Ooh, well, guys, we're going to get up out of here for the night because we'll be in here all night. We're going to do it all night one night. Look at Alicia over there. She already in the bed.
I saw her nod out a couple times. Alicia, I saw her nod out a couple
times. In the bed. She on her phone. She like, look, man, what y'all doing, man? My beauty rest is at stake right now. My goodness.
Hey,
God, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming through, homie. Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bless you.
Hey, y'all, we're going to get these super chats and we're going to get out. Oh, L Boogie. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Boogie, woogie, woogie. L Boogie said, people get married for very different reasons and with very different expectations. Some have ulterior motives, money, mind-blowing sex, power, and good looks cannot sustain a relationship. Okay, them looks gonna change, y'all. I'm telling you, them looks gonna change. Hey, look here, Leisha. You can be in the gym till you're 99. You're gonna still look 90. You gonna still look 79, okay?
Your girl's gonna eventually say, hey, I want to see your knees.
There you go. They're gonna look like knees and elbows at some point.
At some point, I gotta enjoy it.
It's gonna happen. You gotta embrace it. That's what happens. That's all of us. Ooh, Kim Gentry. Thanks for the super chat, Kim. Kim said, part of the problem is we're raising our daughters and loving our sons because we don't want our daughters to go through what we've been put through as women. Woo!
That's big.
Whoa. Hey, Kim. Yes, indeed. You ain't never lied. Oh, my goodness, man. Guys, you know something? I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Y'all, one day we're going to realize the power. I want y'all to think about this guy who is like the new big shock jock, Charleston White.
Okay.
His power is in telling the truth. Just telling people the raw, unfiltered, unadulterated truth. Okay, at least on some things. I don't know about everything, but he has a way of breaking situations down in a way. Because, guys, we live in a world The language we speak is a lie. And the words that uncover lies make people feel uncomfortable. They do. It makes us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. Latu, thanks for that super chat. Latu said, there's never been any relationship. If you think that there is any, it's in your coconut head. You are in it by you, in you, and all by yourself. All by yourself. If y'all think you in a relationship with a narc, whoo, man, you are lying to you. Hey, look here, ladies. I appreciate y'all coming in here tonight on a Monday night, on y'all Monday night off chilling, you know, 'cause I know how it is. And Alicia got to get her beauty sleep because she'll get irritable. See, I already know China just want to be in the paint. You know, she like swinging her steel hammer around. You know what I mean? And she got her own fan club. You know what I'm saying? China's haters come to the chat just to hate on her.
For real. Look, I had sent him a message. He gonna send me something back like a little kid talking about China got a boyfriend. China got a boyfriend. I was like, what the heck is this 5-year-old stuff he just texted me?
Oh boy. Yes, indeed. My man True 2, thanks for that super chat. True 2 said, in the end, you can raise a child and love them and teach them right. But one day, don't be surprised what's in them will come out of them. Ooh. Well, hey guys, we had another beautiful night. We're going to be back Wednesday night, Friday night. We jumping people on here. So y'all better get up in here. Y'all better get up in here and get in this. We jumping them. We getting them issues. We getting issues solved. Okay.
Yeah.
We ain't just in here just talking. Okay. We came to resolve the problem.
Right. And I'm inviting everybody on Wednesday before Hario's and
Wednesday before what time, Alicia?
We go live at 5, but it's usually within the 5 o'clock hour. So
5 o'clock. Is your 5 o'clock my 5 o'clock?
Yeah, but you guys, I've been kind of moving between like 5 and like 7, but I always end it. China knows this. I always say, guys, we're going over to Hario's channel. So you guys can come if you want to be prayed up and ready for the fire on Hario's channel.
Yeah, man.
She do.
We getting raw with it.
Because you guys got to tell me if you like the live at 5 or if you like it a little bit later. I think it's better a little bit later, but nevertheless, just put a comment or go on my Alicia.com and send me an email. But definitely, I like this tandem. When
you gonna let us in there, Alicia? When you gonna let us in there?
We're gonna do this.
When you gonna let us up in there?
So when
you gonna be ghetto up in there?
Why don't we just do the over? Well, we'll discuss if we should do it on the
overflow. We can do the overflow on Wednesday night. Just whatever.
Guys, well, let me know. I need to know the schedule, like the timing. I'll tell you guys.
I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
I ain't got no schedule. I don't care.
We're gonna wrap tomorrow.
All right. We're gonna
wrap tomorrow.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all heard it. We going in. We going in.
That's right.
And so.
Bye, guys. I'm going to my bed. Good night.
You're already in the bed.
Right.
I'm going to bed. You in the bed.
Okay, I'm turning.